Who's joining? Hey!
Action!
Hey, we haven't even done the hand clap yet. Let's do it as a trio.
Okay.
Yeah, I love good group claps.
I'll smash the mic here.
All right. We're going to go to here we go. And go.
Oh, wow. Not bad.
We were all on. We were all on.
We're all on it.
Yeah.
Welcome back, everybody.
Yeah.
Booyah Podcast, round 15 or
Episode 69. Congratulations.
There's been a lot of. This has been a long episode. Like there's just all 69.1, 69.2, 69.420. Yeah.
Well, welcome, dude. It's been a while since we've had you here.
I know. I was supposed to come out last week and I forgot about it. And I saw you post about this week. I'm like, oh yeah, we were supposed to go up there for that. But yeah, no, that's cool.
It's all good, man. We gave Kyle a chance to shine last week, and we loved him so much we had to have him back on another
Double
back
feature.
to back.
Can't get rid of me that easily.
Yeah, it's perfect too with the percussion and shit like that, like a couple weeks in a row.
This is a very, very cool set list. I'm very excited about this.
Yeah.
I'm not traditionally like a reggae guy. I'm not like well versed in this world, but this has been eye-opening and sweet.
It's so necessary though for the style. Like, there's only so much I can do. Like, my job is to keep just like a very simple pocket and keep it as like consistent as possible. Honestly, so I was gonna ask you, especially from like a percussionist perspective, because last week we did Talking Heads, which was an awesome night.
Also
and
super percussive-y, you know.
Yes, but like still different. So like from your perspective, like what are the similarities and more importantly, what are some of the differences you notice, like playing percussion for a Talking Heads night versus playing percussion for like a reggae night like this?
It was very different leading up to it. For one, the Talking Heads music, I know it pretty well. I've done it with you guys a few times. I just happen to like the music a lot. I've heard it a bunch. I'm pretty familiar with it. So going into it, like, obviously I always try and drill it into my head, but like I was feeling kind of confident because I've done most of it before, but it's still like it's very high energy, you know. It's just like very so it's kind of demanding at the same time.
Totally.
This I was kind of nervous because some of these songs I've never heard prior to getting the playlist on Friday, but I was telling him before, like, you know, I do most of my listening like at the gym to get ready, and I think I might have told you too, but like I'm just like I'm listening to these songs to like, because it's the most free time I have to listen to things. I'm just going around lifting weights and I'm like walking on air, you know. It's very chill. So I'm stressed because I'm not.
It is not great workout music. You're like shit.
Familiar with the music, but it's just like it's hard to be
slow
stressed.
reps.
It's hard to be stressed about it because it is inherently such low stress music.
Like, I don't think they would care. You know, like I think they would just be like whatever. Like,
and it is, I guess, a challenge because of that. But also, I'm trying to cover a lot of vocal duties because there's no other like principal vocalist here tonight. So honestly, there's a lot of things I'm kind of just like tapping with one hand.
So you can do the singing,
I'm going to be kind of fading in and out of both. So it's honestly, learning the vocal parts was harder than figuring out most of the grooves. There's a lot of just like little accents and weird odds and ends and things that change, especially like the last song, like the backing vocals, like they just kind of vary from section to section a lot too.
Yeah. I feel like your homework was more focused on the vocals this week than the percussion. And then last week was more about like the percussion parts and like more.
Last week was more like how, because I wasn't sure if Billy was going to be able to make it, and he wasn't. It was like, how am I going to be able to do both if I have to?
I'm glad you're here, man, because especially for this like reggae stuff, it's like there's so much background harmonies and
it's like everybody's doing like one part like the whole time pretty much, and so it's like tough to like. It's tough to combine like two parts together. Like sometimes with other music, like I don't know, James Brown or something like that. Sometimes like with guitar, you can kind of like mix the guitar parts, like, you know, two of them. But it's kind of like if you try to do it with this, you end up having to like abandon one of them.
Right. Yeah.
And that's why I feel like the big group of it, everybody playing little parts, but it's a large ensemble. Yeah, totally. And I mean, it must be confusing when you're trying to combined singing and the rhythm. Like, it's always so difficult with me is like if there's some kind of syncopation with like the guitar part versus the vocal part, it's like I'll just like get off rhythmically. If I could just do one at a time, it'd be fine. But it's like doing both. It's like if this isn't something really simple, I'm gonna fuck this up. You know?
Yeah, that stuff throws me for a loop. Like tonight might be like the easier, you know, time for me to be able to play drums and sing. Usually when I'm playing drums and singing, it's like there's a little bit more going on on the drums, so it'll mess me up with the rhythm. But here it's like I'm just doing like the same beat, and then I get to do the like interjection kind of background vocals and
because at the same time you kind of like it's like easy to tattoo in your head a little bit.
Totally.
I don't know. Sometimes with like the singing and rhythm thing, sometimes I find it's like if I just don't think about it and just try to do it, it works. And then it's like if I try to like actually think about what I'm doing, it's when I fuck it up, you know, and it's just like, oh, if only I could always just be, and they're like, just do it, just do it, and you're like, don't even think, and I don't know, it's not always like that, but it's like sometimes I'll attempt something and I'll just go for it and it'll land for whatever reason. It's like, oh my god, how do I get back to that like mental space or whatever? But
I think that's the key with all music too, is like think less, like just don't think about it as hard, because when you get in your own head and start thinking too much, that's when you trip yourself up. Like, well, then the idea is like to not think about riding the bike, just ride the bike. You know what I mean?
Later. And then every time like we do sound check and everybody's a lot more reserved, and then you end up doing so many things you've never thought you were going to decide to do.
The pressure cooker of the show. I totally think that's a real thing. It's like,
what do you mean?
Like if you have like if you botch a song at sound check, I feel like odds are you're probably going to do a better job during the show. Like the adrenaline of like being in front of an audience and you've been playing, and you know it's like it's the real thing. And then I feel like it's like again kind of like you end up like just relying on your instincts, which are almost always more on point than whatever you're thinking about. And so I feel like it's like a pressure cooker thing. It's like it just smashes everything together and it just somehow works kind of thing. Not that there isn't still little fuck ups, but I feel like it's like kind of like, you know, like the good omen if you have a bad sound check kind of thing, which I don't necessarily believe is the case, but it's if you have a bad sound check, it doesn't mean you're fucked, you know?
Who else?
Who
we got?
Don Locks.
Hell yeah.
What's up, Tony?
What's up, guys?
Have you been
come on in?
Have you been on the podcast?
Dude, yeah.
It was one of the first ones.
One of the
Oh,
first.
really?
Yeah.
That's right, you were.
So it's been a while. We're on episode maybe 15 here.
You guys have been killing it.
I
don't know. I've seen a lot of
Well, you had a pretty
subscriptions coming
understandable break, okay? Like
I had a break
with your
married.
honeymoon and getting married and everything like
I
that.
was on a honeymoon.
I mean, that's pretty sick. You know, like definitely worth a couple weeks off from the podcast.
So you didn't want to carry the torch while I was gone?
I I was like, you know, I'm real glad I didn't like get the text about that or anything. It was a busy couple weeks, you know. Yeah.
You know what? Yeah, the distance makes the heart grow fonder.
If you want in the future, I'm down. Let me know. I mean, it's pretty simple. It's just like a phone and these things, right? And
so you can even use my rig next time if it comes to that. I mean, sometimes it's okay to have a break. But sometimes like your shit just gets thrown off. Like so this week, this weekend, we had all this stuff to do, and then Sunday we went to New York City for a bridal shower for someone in Naomi's family, and we spent the night on Sunday.
Oh.
Which means I woke up in New York City on Monday, and that's not part of my routine.
Yeah.
So like my whole routine gets thrown off.
Do you feel like today was Tuesday kind of thing?
Literally, yeah. Like, and Monday felt like a Sunday.
Yeah, man. Honestly, Booyah becomes my checkpoint. Like, that's how I know where I'm at in the week is, like, when's Booyah happening? I'm like, okay, week started. Okay, all right. That's, like, my new Monday or whatever. It's like, all right, let's go to work, you know? Like, 'cause I'm typically off Monday and Tuesday, and I feel like, you know, it's like, that's my rhythm now. It's like, oh, Arch on Wednesday kind of thing, you know?
But have you ever, like, been, like, so thrown off, though? Like, your week is so thrown off, like, early on that you're just kind of like, fuck it for the rest of the week? Do you ever just like
ride it out?
You just like say like fuck
it's almost liberating, you know. You're just like you let go, and you're like, I'm just gonna deal with what's in front of me right now. Like
yesterday, I went golfing. Like I was just like, fuck it. Like the whole week is kind of like off kilter now.
Might as well go enjoy myself.
Just like lean into that.
Yeah.
It's just slowly morphing into a golf podcast.
Yeah.
I know, right?
Okay.
We talked a lot about golf last week.
Really?
Yeah, we did.
Kyle, you're not really a golfer.
No, but I mean, as I said before, I don't golf much, but I'll take any excuse to go drink out in the sun.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's the golf cart for me.
Yeah,
that was the funnest part yesterday. It was just like borderline off-roading, like when no one's looking.
I was a cart boy for a couple years in high school, and that was one of the sickest jobs. Like, it gets kind of shitty in the fall when it gets, like, cold in the morning. But, like, other than that, it's, like, you're pretty much fucking around. And then, like, I don't know, maybe, like, 10% of your day you're trying to look busy. And then the rest of it is you're just fucking around bringing, like, you know, like, half-wasted, like, old dudes, like, golf carts and shit like that, you know?
So you're the cart boy.
So
it's
it's
the same job as the cart girl, which is like driving around.
No, cart boy would be like you take the carts in, you clean them off, and you put them out. For the, not different.
Nope.
That would have been a sick
Nowhere
job.
near
Okay?
as cool as being a cart girl.
No, but listen, the cart girls were an important part of our day too. Okay, you know, you had to go flirt with the cart girls. Like that was, I don't know.
Were you even golfing if you didn't flirt with the cart girl? Like,
does it count? Yeah.
if you, like it wasn't.
Did you even really smoke those cigarettes with your boys who was on the golf course? Like, I don't know if that counts or not.
Dude, you define your success on the course that day, whether or not you got the cart girl's number, right?
Huge.
Or at least one of them.
They probably have.
Just a digit at a time.
If they're smart, they have a fake number ready to go. All right, like because I feel like that's like a daily thing.
They must go through that every day, and it's always probably like old creepy guys too.
Definitely.
Look at the demographic.
Uh huh. Yeah, but that was like my high school job, and like I don't know, a couple years after high school was like cart boy, and then I worked in the kitchen and washed dishes, and then cooked, and then kind of went off into that. But it was a cool gig, you know. It was like 16-year-old me like there'd be a big golf tournament, and then it's like all the carts come back in after that, and that's where you'd find like nips and like cigarettes and like and every once in a while you find like roaches, and you're like, oh my god, these old guys are smoking weed out here.
Oh my
like,
god!
I think it was like when like. At the time, maybe when like 50 or 60-year-olds just started getting back into smoking weed. You know what I mean? Like it was like real taboo for a while.
The kids are out at college now.
Yeah,
They're empty nesters.
It's like oh,
I'm gonna get
we gotta
stoned.
work. Yeah, I'm gonna get stoned. My boys on the golf course, and it's like
just retired.
Yeah, and I mean now I feel like it's
Fucking
super commonplace, but like I don't know. This is like 2009, 2010. Like it was still sort of like taboo to have weed or whatever, and it was like a big deal for me. Like these old guys are getting stoned on the golf course. I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah, no, that's your
my parents
that's
do
your
that?
green light, dude.
Yeah, no, it was, yeah.
Tom Locks, did you ever have any shitty old jobs when you were a kid?
Oh man, I've had a few. Man.
What's like the rogue job that no one would expect that you had?
When I was young, obviously I lived in Jamaica. That's where I was born, right? And I used to ride horses for all the tourists up and down the beach, man. And that's how I'd make my chump change and like spending money.
It's like something out of like a romance.
I would take the
or
tourists
something.
on the horses and just go up and down this beach, man. Just
So they would
chilling.
ride on the horse,
Behind me. I'm the one riding the horse. They're not riding. I'm not giving them the horse.
but they're on back.
Mhm.
Wow.
So do you ever have any like cute chicks like kind of
Oh,
grab you
man.
by the waist and you know?
Everybody grabs you by the way.
Oh yeah, that's kind of part
I'll
of
tell
it.
you, that's what it is. They're not expecting the thing to just go, yo. So I'm like, what? Yeah. But yeah,
That's fucking-
Be honest,
that was
like-
a really cool one.
Yeah.
Did you?
Listen. We gonna say that for a different podcast.
Bleep that out. Yeah.
Yeah,
right?
that's the.
We edit this.
Yeah, we have a Patreon coming soon. There's a
Yeah.
paywall for that.
Yeah,
for that
yeah.
story.
Subscribe,
Oh, yeah,
premium
monetize
subscriptions.
that shit.
Yeah.
Monetize that shit.
Listen,
Oh my
you gotta
God.
have money making opportunities, man.
So you can ride a horse,
I can.
and you still know how to
I
if
can
you
do
had
Western
to.
saddle and over like in British as well.
Really?
Yeah.
When's the last time you rode a horse?
Wow, at least 10 years ago.
Yeah, so what I don't
That's
get
the last time
is,
I
like,
golfed, by the way, 10
Yeah,
years
listen,
ago.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Until yesterday.
Did you play well?
I did pretty okay.
Okay.
The hardest part for me playing golf is remembering how many strokes you're at.
Oh, okay.
It's like, you know, it's
like,
like
if you're
how many
on par or above it or whatever.
I just lose count like immediately because I'm so focused on trying to
there's
get
like
the ball in the
There's
hole.
also 5 minutes between
I'm like,
every
was it
shot, you know?
6 so far? Is this shot number 7? I don't know. I can't remember.
Yo, something,
Beer might have something to do with
Yo,
that.
yeah.
Too.
Big
well,
factor.
I feel like a lot of people like it's like they just want to be out there with their friends, and so I feel like the game is sort of like you start it, but it's like I'm just out here hitting this ball with my friends trying to get to the hole.
I'm just trying to do better than him.
Yeah.
I'm trying to do the best
yeah.
as
Right,
better
right,
than the
yeah.
next person next to me.
Yep. No, that's a great point. I was kind of trying to just keep up and not hold people back. You know what I mean?
Yeah, just move forward so nobody's bitching at you coming behind you or something. Dude, honestly, it's so hard. I golfed a couple times when I worked at that golf course. You know, I would get like free golf, and it's just like It's just so fucking hard. Like I just like I couldn't. I'm like, oh my god.
That's why I quit 10 years ago because it was just so frustrating. I was like, this isn't fun. If I'm not good at it, I know I'm not having a good time.
If you're getting blisters and you're not making money, that's a problem. Man.
It's a problem.
Yeah.
Then you also have to go like every time and pay a bunch of money to attempt to get good at it too.
It's a long, long road and a very expensive one. It's like if let's just say you don't know how to ski and you're like, I want to start learning how to ski. It's like, all right, well, it's $100 every time you want to go, and you got to drop like 2 G's on gear.
Yeah.
And then if you want lessons, that's a whole expense.
Then you have to go.
And then
to
you have
the
to
snow,
travel,
you know?
right? Yeah.
Yes.
Overnight
Also
accommodations, maybe. You know.
Don't kill yourself while you're out there.
And also don't injure and die. And
What's the likelihood? It's kind of high.
All right, so you did horseback riding tours in Jamaica.
Yeah.
All right, what about you, Kyle? You got any shitty old
I don't
jobs
think. I mean,
that
I've
you'd surprise us with?
plenty of shitty.
Mostly.
I don't think I. Yeah, predominantly, I guess. But
You mean my current job?
none that would surprise you. No, not really. Honestly, I've basically just been working in customer service and food service like the whole time. My first job, as with many people in this state, was at a Dunkin' Donuts. Unsurprisingly,
Okay.
one of the like 2 main places in town that you worked. If you grew up in Hebron,
Dunkin' Donuts,
yeah.
dude.
If you grew up in Hebron, you either worked at Dunkin' Donuts, or you worked at the Subway, or you worked at the grocery store.
Or Blackwood,
That's pretty
of
much
course,
it.
where I work.
Hey,
Mikey D.
Hey.
Oh, dude, actually, Mike's got Mike's got an
I want-
epic old shitty job.
Tell us about your
Bro, yeah.
shittiest old job.
Shitty job. Yeah, we'll
Yes,
see you in a
dude.
little bit. Hell
We're gonna
yeah.
rock it, bro.
Take over, man. Let them hear your
Yeah.
shitty jobs.
You kept your C off. Right?
Dude, I don't know how we got on this topic.
It's
See you
good
soon,
though.
man.
It's a fertile topic.
Shittiest job?
Well, no, it's not like shittiest. Just like one of the more like random jobs that no one knows about. You know, like
Oh, yeah.
someone wouldn't expect that Mike D used to have. You got a really funny one
Did you shovel
that I
shit?
know all about.
Oh, there's a few. I mean, when we were playing music, there was a lot of things we had to do for money. And I walked dogs for a long time.
Oh.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Honestly, at least there's dogs, right? You know.
Yeah. I would definitely stay up too late here after Booyah and yeah, we walk.
Was the dog like, oh, is this guy okay? Like,
Yeah,
like,
probably. He would check
Dog
in
has
with-
so much energy. He's like, yes,
Dude,
my walk.
He needs
Mike's
me to
like,
walk him.
He would check in with me. He'd be like, "How you doing, man?" I'm like, "I don't know."
This dog is talking.
This guy's an
No.
amateur.
Yeah.
Do you have any funny dog walking stories? Like instances where, I don't know, you had to they didn't leave the key and you had to go through their window? Or like
Or any like dog fights or anything like that?
maybe the dog got loose and you had to, traverse through a swamp to save it?
Well, there's a couple of things. They're not like happy things. I wouldn't. Yeah. There's one time there were a dog it was a blind dog and it I forget what happened, but it basically got caught in its collar and it sort of tore itself apart and died that day.
Oh, no.
my God. I showed up.
Oh my God.
I showed up and there's just blood everywhere.
Oh, this is when you showed. This wasn't while you're walking.
No, I showed up and it was a war zone in this house.
Oh,
And
That's crazy.
that's
I
a
just had to-
difficult phone call.
I just had to and the dog was it wasn't dead yet, but it was on its last
Aw,
dude.
poor guy.
legs, and I just had to sit with it and just because it was freaking out. It was just sat with it until the owner came. And it was the last moments of the animal.
Mike, that's crazy, dude.
The Booyah
Look at your
Podcast.
eyebrows, dude.
Yeah.
We bring you the highs and the lows
Gonna
here.
have to bleep that out.
No, bro. We're raw here. We're raw here. We tell
Yeah, that is-
we tell all the stories.
Is this going to be your first trigger warning for an episode?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to.
Probably,
yep.
yeah.
No.
Get the thumbnails blurred out.
All right, Mike. I tell the people the one about how you worked at the pizza place, and then
Oh, my
Like-
high school jobs.
yeah, you were a pizza delivery guy.
Oh yeah.
Got a large sausage.
And then something about there's a Chinese food next to it, and you just combine get like really stoned on the job and just like put General Tso's on pizza?
I would never smoke on the job.
This sounds like a pretty good combo.
But
like General Tso's.
my friends would get high on the job.
That's
And,
right.
yeah, we delivered Chinese food. And we won a Battle of the Bands and got a $100 gift card to a pizza place down the street. And we thought it was a great idea because we all delivered Chinese food and we ate a lot of orange chicken. And we thought it was an amazing idea to do orange chicken pizza.
Dude, I would eat the fuck out of that.
If I was stoned, and I know you weren't. I know you wouldn't
never,
do that, but
never.
It's probably not great, but I bet it's not bad.
Yeah, like most pizza,
So we had to buy the cheese pizza and order the orange chicken, and my boss was just really against it, and we liked it a lot, and we tried to pitch our boss on it because
like this has potential.
he had a Chinese restaurant that was right next to another one, and it just didn't do as well, and so he was always just like, "What can we do? What can we do?"
Okay, wait a minute. We need to role play right now. All right, Mike, I am your boss, and you are Mike in high school, Mike, and you're pitching this idea to me right now. All right, so tell me more about this boss. Does he have an accent? Is he older, younger?
Italian?
Yeah, but you can't really do accents anymore in this day and age. You want to get canceled.
All right, fine.
So,
All right, is he young or old?
he's probably like 35.
Okay,
I
so he's
was
not
like,
that old.
I was like 16,
Super
17.
old.
I was like 17.
Wait,
he was like
were you pitching this to the owner of the pizza place or the owner of the Chinese
the owner of the Chinese place.
Well, he's
Okay,
a pizza
okay.
owner, but he owns Chinese.
No.
Oh,
so these
so
are two different
I'm-
jobs entirely. He's a Chinese restaurant owner, and his name's David, and he's a really nice guy, and he's just trying to figure out how to make his business like get better, or like get more people to his business. And I was like, dude, you got it. Hey, everyone sells the same stuff. Like, you do it a little better. I like your food better than everybody else at this restaurant, but like nobody has orange chicken pizza.
That was good. This is good. All right, let's start
like
the scene.
the Shark Tank pitch of this shit.
Let's start the scene. All right, I'm 35-year-old Dave, Chinese food restaurant owner. Mike, you said you wanted a meeting. So what's this meeting about?
I was probably sleeping on the couch.
Mike, wake up!
And he wakes me up, and he's like.
No, don't tell the story. We're role playing this right now.
Well. Okay. All right.
Mike, get up off the couch. Why are you always sleeping?
Well, he sorry, I have to tell the story because
Might need a little backstory here for character development.
He would always
We need more context.
He'd always like screw with me and my friends. He would be like, Michael, like talk really, really slow, and my friends who were very stoned. They would always I would definitely not. And they would always just like be like freaking out. They're like, "Why are you talking like that, Dave?"
I'm not talking like anything.
Yeah. And then he just like he just like peers out the window, and like I'm sleeping on the couch, and he's like looking over me throughout the window.
There?
Yeah, and we would just sleep.
Yeah.
There wasn't a lot of deliveries. We just slept the whole time.
All right, here we go. And action. Michael, why are you always sleeping?
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
What is this idea you have?
He'd always be like
You can't roll.
I can't, because he would be like,
It's funny because he's just him. You're
why,
just Mike.
why do they get so much more like?
He woke you up and asked you why someone else is getting more.
Yeah, and I was like, I don't know, Dave. Like, you gotta like do something exciting, like, because all the restaurants have the same stuff. And
Do you have any ideas?
yeah.
Oh my god.
I was like, you gotta sell orange chicken pizza. Like, no one's done that. Like, if you get the pizza maker in here, I will make the pizzas.
Did he
I won't be on this couch anymore. I promise. I'll be
I'll make the
assembling.
pizzas.
Was he receptive?
No, he didn't do it.
Mike, you've always been an idea guy, haven't you?
Well, it didn't even matter if you sold any orange chicken pizzas. Like, just the fact that he had orange chicken pizza on the menu would attract a whole swath of people that were my age and similar minded.
Some of them could have been stoned, not you, but some other people could have been stoned.
Yes,
or foodies, and they're like pizza and this synergistic cuisine.
Yeah, I feel like
that shit would go wild on Instagram
That's
right now.
fusion.
Honestly,
That's
was he not into it because of the logistics? Like, I have to get a pizza oven.
I guess
have to
pizza
get
ovens
dough,
are probably
or did he just
expensive.
genuinely think it was a bad idea?
Yeah, he thought it was a bad idea.
Should have been like, have you tried orange chicken pizza?
Well,
take this bite and tell me again. It's
the
a bad
funny
idea.
thing was that we bring the pizza back, we put it on the bar, and we always hung out at the bar, which is weird for 16, 17-year-olds. But when we were sitting at the bar, and we were like, all right, we got to go get the chicken. We go back to the kitchen. We come back, he's just eating a slice of cheese pizza. I'm like, Dave, you knew this was for orange chicken pizza.
You didn't even put the orange chicken
Like
on
we
there.
gotta assemble it. It's supposed to be this whole thing. He's like, I don't really want to eat orange chicken pizza.
That's
Dude,
so this Chinese food restaurant had a bar.
Yeah.
Every Chinese food restaurant ever is just like 2 tables, and then you walk up to the counter with this massive old lit.
Was it a
menu.
sushi spot too? Did they do sushi there?
They did sushi.
That's why. Okay. So if you go into a sushi Chinese restaurant, that is effectively like a early 2000s nightclub with a sushi bar.
They have
and you can take
karaoke
out-
on Wednesdays.
It's like Butterfly or something like that. You know.
You couldn't do sushi pizza because that's already a thing.
I didn't really like sushi that much.
See, I wouldn't
at
eat that.
that
I wouldn't
time.
eat sushi.
I don't know how
I've never
that
had
would
it
work
either, but I know
out.
it exists.
Maybe
So,
tempura pizza.
They would all screw with me too, and like
That's not
they
nice.
they would. I know, it wasn't very nice at all. But
probably an easy mark.
I was an easy target.
yeah,
I was an easy
yeah,
target.
yeah.
So they would all have like family dinner in the kitchen. They would all cook a meal for everybody, and then one, a couple of times I'd go back and eat too. And one time they were like, "Oh, come back! Yeah, it's really good today. We got chicken." And I eat a piece, and they're all just staring at me, and they're like, I was like, "Why are they staring at me? It's pretty good chicken, but." Why are they staring at me? They're like, "Is it good? You want another one?"
No, what is it? What is it?
I put the second one in my mouth and I'm chewing on it, and they're like, "I didn't know you like pig intestine." Usually I squeeze the poop out first.
So it wasn't bad.
I did.
It was chicken, right? It was chicken, right? They were just lying to you.
No, it was definitely pig intestine.
No! God damn it! Oh, that's
It was like
fucking
a
awesome.
big bowl of it too.
It was probably the large intestine.
Yeah.
And it wasn't
Or
bad.
the small intestine.
I didn't finish the second piece, no.
Well,
But
They ruined no part.
I did swallow the first piece.
Yeah, hell
I
yeah.
thought it was all right
Hell
until they
yeah.
told me, and I felt betrayed.
Yeah.
Betrayed.
It's like some sweetbread, you know? It's like brain. Pig
sweet
brain
bread
or
is a
something.
fancy word for
Yeah, the stuff you
Organs.
don't want. Yeah.
animal organs.
It's a nice word.
Shit's good for you, though. A lot of nutrients.
Allegedly, yeah.
It's like every Anthony Bourdain episode.
Yeah,
Just
just
like
like
him-
sweetbread.
Him just eating animal organs.
Yeah.
Drinking beer.
in some exotic place.
Smoking darts.
What a
Like-
life.
Mhm.
Oh, that's a good story, Mike. Thanks for indulging us on that journey.
I was just remembering there was just so much time where there weren't any deliveries, and I was just like hanging out all day. And the bartender Joe, he always wore like some flashy jewelry, and he had this big pinky nail. I don't know what that was for, but and
Just pictures Joe, right?
it's for Joe always
Was Joe a
talked.
hipster?
Joe talked so fast, and I didn't know what he was saying most of the time.
This is all very confusing.
Alright, it's making
Joe's-
sense to me.
Joe-
It's all lining up.
Yeah, Joe just talked so fast, and he'd always complain that I was going so slow.
Like, dude, I'm not even the one talking slow. All right.
Yeah, exactly. And Joe had a slight gambling addiction, and he loves scratch tickets.
You don't say.
And
that's probably what the nail was for.
And like I remember,
Right.
you could buy scratch tickets. I believe when you were 16 in New Hampshire, and
16?
Wow.
Yeah.
That's fucking
That's
No,
terrible.
I guess
living free, dude.
Hell yeah.
And dying hard.
I guess that doesn't make sense at all, but maybe
For
I
New
was
Hampshire.
18.
Isn't the
that
New
summer.
Hampshire like slogan like "Live free or die"?
Yeah. Oh, that's what it is.
Yeah.
It's live free or die.
Yeah.
I think it was talking about the
But
movie
it's been-
Live
it's
Free
been-
or
it's been
Die
said before.
Hard.
So we would spend
Die
whole afternoons where Joe would just be giving me hundreds of dollars to go and buy $20 scratch tickets, and I would just continually go back to this one gas station, and this old lady, she just thought I had such a problem.
Like, you swear to God, it's
They're
not
not
mine.
She's like kind of like slipping me like the gambling hotline. I'm like, never even played one of these things.
It's ruining your reputation.
16.
So he was sending you on these like gambling runs.
Yeah, we would just spend the whole afternoon. I'd go, and we'd sit down together, and he would scratch them all and get really mad, and then he'd give me more money, and I would go.
That's weird that you would get really mad.
You must have done something wrong. Go try
I
again.
must have done
Wrong
something wrong.
tickets.
Yeah, he would say that. Yeah.
But he
got
knows
the-
he can't really blame
You got the wrong
Like,
ones. And then you'd have to go back and get some more. And, yeah. That was all. Then we get Taco Bell, and
That's
So
like
that was-
your shift beer. It's like before you
Yeah.
can drink. It's like you just go to Taco Bell afterward or
Yeah.
whatever. You know.
That honestly sounds like a sweet job. You're doing an
Simpler
awful lot of
times,
things that were
man.
not delivering Chinese food.
Yeah.
It wasn't until like the end. It was like the last month where they were like, "Hey, maybe we should make them like clean some stuff."
Yeah. Like time to lean, time to clean.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah.
I have some errands I can run for.
And
Joe.
we were.
Joe, you need any scratchies, dude?
Yeah.
Are these New Hampshire state scratchies?
Yeah, they were.
They're like
Did he
all
also
state.
make you run out to the Nissan Maxima with the tinted windows out back and
Was he your weed
hand
dealer?
him cash in exchange for an obscure bag?
Yeah, was he the like booze for your friends that drank?
No.
Have your
That's
laundry
the least he could have
detergent.
done.
Yeah,
You're
I
Basically
always-
his runner all day.
Yeah.
The least he could have done was slip you a beer or two.
Dude, all the cooks at like my high school jobs, they would always like hook it up, you know? Like
Well, he
it was
he
back
kept
in
us
the-
entertained.
Yeah, Joe sounds like an entertaining guy, you know?
He was very entertaining.
What do you think he's up to now?
He does get
You
so.
think he finally won?
He just gets so mad at us, and we just laugh the whole time because we didn't know what the hell he was saying.
You guys were in different lanes.
Yeah.
It seems like he had a really idyllic childhood, you know? Like, or,
Yeah.
well, adolescence, I don't know.
Yeah.
This is in New Hampshire?
Yeah.
What's the
that's-
time? Time check.
It's about 10.
Oh,
All right.
shit.
Yeah.
We should sign off soon.
Yep.
Anything else we want to add about this Joe guy?
No, I think that's it. I think we've characterized him perfectly.
Yeah.
The set is dedicated to Joe, wherever you are.
Yeah.
Joe, wherever you are,
Praise Joe.
we hope you're okay. We hope you still,
We
some
hope you won.
money.
We hope you hit it big.
Yeah, I hope you hit it big.
Also, shout out to Dave. Hopefully,
David Lynn.
Hopefully
Lynn's
your
Oriental Grill.
restaurant's doing well. You should have taken his advice. I think
Actually,
Laura's
it's
Chicken
pretty
Pizza is
lit
genius.
these days.
Really?
Like it's like a nightclub of
Wow.
Salem, New Hampshire. You go there and they are. I don't even think they make Chinese food anymore. It's just like a bar that
Just
gets
pizza.
Well, shit, yeah.
Dude.
I'm gonna put a link
Fusion.
to that restaurant in the description.
do it.
Go to that restaurant.
Maybe you get a gig.
Maybe
Yang
get a
Ming.
gig. Go order some orange chicken.
Yeah.
On pizza.
Don't put it
Okay.
on pizza. Don't tell him.
Thank you, everybody, for listening. Like, comment, subscribe. See you on the next one. Come to a Booyah on a Wednesday, every Wednesday at Art Street Tavern. We love you. Goodbye.
Bye.
Boom.